quarter of Iceland's population went on strike this week. Almost all of them women.
Women across Iceland have staged a 24-hour strike demanding gender equality.
That, by the way, is Iceland's Prime Minister, who also went on strike, and she took half her cabinet with her. All women.
Þegar fólk spyr hver tilgangurinn með svona aðgerð, hann auðvitað að sýna fram á hversu miklu vinnuframlag kvenna skiptir í samfélaginu.
So let's take a peek at what a society that goes 24 hours without women looks like, what their demand is, and how the last time Iceland did this.
Leave your thoughts down below. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that women going on strike is effective. Put a 2 in the chat if you think it's not effective. Put a 3 in the chat if you think that they will never have equal rights. Right? Leave your thoughts down below. I really want to know. The answer is it's not effective. When these women went on strike in Iceland, and it's very cold, it's brr, it's a bird, it's frio in Iceland, right? When these women decided, these 100,000 women, along with the Prime Minister, right, which is a lady, decided to go on a strike for equal pay as men. Why would you get equal pay as men when you don't do the work like men do? For instance, those streets that y'all driving on every day in Iceland, men built those. The sewage system underneath the street that allows you to have a lavish lifestyle from your apartment to your condos to your home, men built those, are cleaning those on the daily. The water supply, the skyscraper, the building infrastructure, actually building the building. These things are done by mostly men. So why do you women insist on wanting equality? That's a propaganda. It's no such thing. I believe in celebrating differences. Women are beautiful at what they do. Men are beautiful at what they do. Together, we're able to live and function in this realm we call Earth. Right? Don't try to incentivize a woman for doing a man's job, and then you wonder why in corporate America a woman has to be masculine in order to climb up the ladder. And the ladder that she's climbing up was built by a man. Can we talk about it? We got to stop this silly stuff trying to create an equality between men and women. We're not equal. We're different species. How could we ever be equal? Can we start glorifying our differences instead of using our differences to sabotage one another? Like Andrew Tate said, 100,000 women decided not to go to work. The world continued. Nothing stopped. They didn't get equal pay. Nothing stopped. If 100,000 men in Iceland decided not to go to work, Iceland would stop. Because men built the infrastructure out. They're the moving pieces, the moving parts. Without them, nothing moves. Unless those men are replaced by robots in the near future, but we're talking about right now, when it matters. So there's no way you could say, ladies, you have to wisen up. This modern concept is destroying you. It doesn't work. The traditional way, that's what really works. Why everyone is trying to do these modern things, we know it doesn't work. But let's continue. Let's continue. Leave your comments down below. I really want to know what you think, but let's continue.
Their entire country changed.
Much of the capital city centre was closed to traffic for a rally held for women taking part in the strike.
Local police say they've never seen anything like it. The estimate, 70 to 100,000 people jammed into Iceland's capital, Reykjavik, for a rally.
I think this day is for all women in Iceland. It's about gender equality. We've been fighting for it for decades. This day means women's empowerment, and also a clear message to the whole world that we are
If you empower women, right? Wouldn't that be a direct threat to men? Right? Because you can't have two leaders in one room. You can't have two leaders in one household. So you're empowering women to overthrow men. That's what's happening in the United States of America currently. It's called the modern woman concept. That's why most of my titles now on these videos is modern woman, because that propaganda tool right there, that's what must be attacked, because it is a direct, right, correlation between a masculine man. Modern woman destroys masculine men. Can we talk about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. But let's continue with this documentary.
Equality, we need justice, we need freedoms.
Meanwhile, dotting storefronts across the rest of the city, signs like this. Lokat is Icelandic for closed.
It disrupted much of society, everything from schools to banks to public offices.
Shops, banks, and schools across the Nordic nation were shut or opened for shorter hours as female staff stayed home.
Especially affected education and health. The stat I've got from the Icelandic Teachers Union is that women make up the majority of teachers at every level, including 94% of kindergarten teachers. At the National University Hospital of Iceland, the biggest in the country, 80% of workers are women. There was
So look at what department that got look at what department got affected. The health department and the schooling industry. Life goes on without those departments. It isn't a necessity for you to go to school. The lights were still on. The street lights were still on. The gas stations still work. They still find a way how to get there. After they left there, they still had to go get something to eat. Like, people are not thinking about the bigger picture, the macro economics behind this. But let's continue.
Reality check about how important women are to the workforce and to the basic services that we take for granted.
Now, emergency services were obviously kept running, but hospitals did reduce their loads for the day, and everything from schools to museums, libraries, and zoos were affected, even homes, because the spirit of the day was that women should refuse unpaid work as well. So
listen to the sectors of things that they said was affected. These aren't the moving pillars that make society function like it does today. Reverse psychology. Imagine if that was 100,000 men that didn't decide to go to work. More industries will be affected. You get it? That's my point. That's my point. I'm going to leave a link down below with this video. I want you guys to go check it out. Leave your comments. Tell a friend and tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of Healthy Discussions. Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and share. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. And remember, there's no such thing as equality. There is no such thing as equality. Men will be men. Women will be women. Let's learn how to celebrate our differences. That's the only way that we can move forward. Stop trying to play men against women, woman against men. Because can't you tell the society is confused every day as time goes on? Societies are falling for the okie doke. They are. On that note, peace, blessings, and love.